Here we go for the start of part 2 of this B20B install. I'm going to go ahead and try to get as much of this flattened out as possible. When you have these marks in the piston, it can create detonation, it'll create hot spots. So we're going to use this Dremel with 120 grit flap disc on it. See how smooth I can get these. Maybe have just a completely smooth area here. I'm going to use this, some sandpaper. But let me get started on that. I taped up the entire top of the block. And I'm going to actually use my vacuum at the same time. That way I can pull up any dust into the vacuum that is coming off while I'm trying to grind this down a little bit. Here's after a few moments of using that Dremel. It's kind of eliminated the small ones. Still got a very, very large indentation right there. That must have been when the valve actually bent, because that one is the deepest. Still going to work on this a little more, see if I can smooth out the majority of these and just clean up this entire area. Here I have completed it. Looks a lot better. I was able to eliminate all of the grooves. Now there is a little dent here, of course, because I was grinding down on top of it. But I think it's better that it's smooth. That way it can dissipate the heat better, so we don't have those little areas creating the hot spots excuse me, on top of the piston. Came home to this today, got out of work, had them drop it off in front of the wife's car. That way I could get home and put it back into the garage. B20B. This is a 98 spec. It also has the knock sensor, so it's high compression. Here's that other B20 they sent me. What I'm going to do, I'm going to pull the head. I'm going to use this head on the block that's in my track car. That way I'm not going to pay to get the valve guide fixed right now. I'm just going to, they sent me this one, I cranked it a handful of times. All the valves open and close correctly. No problems with the valve train at all. This one they sent to me absolutely free. It has bad piston rings, but the head was perfectly fine. But what I'm going to do, I ordered some new valve stem seals. I'm going to work on changing those out today. I got this really cool tool. Bought it from HPT Autosport. This works for the B18s and the B20s, non-VTEC heads. This tool essentially, it's going to bolt up right here, and then it has this little bolt with this cupped housing there, which pushes the valve spring down, allows me to get the keepers and the retainers out, so we can go ahead and get these valve stem seals removed. Well, I got it running yesterday. Wasn't able to drive it very far since I put the new fenders on. It's rubbing on my tires. I didn't want to drive it more than just around the block. I'm gonna get those rolled. And also, you put the B20 in using an LS ECU. It runs a little lean with the fuel pressure. So I've just about gotten this one removed. We're gonna put this AEM fuel barrel on. That way I have an adjustable fuel pressure regulator and gauge. I can go ahead and bump up the fuel pressure to the appropriate spec. Here he is running again. Just got back from ASR. We had our time attack event today and the car felt really good. Here it is, all buttoned up, back together. Car felt really strong today. Pretty happy with it. Feels like a different car now. Gonna have to get used to learning that. But it is up and running again. Now I can look forward to working on other modifications in the future. Thanks for watching, guys. Hope you enjoyed me putting this car back together.